Millions of buffalo once roamed the American West, providing sustenance for Native American tribes until the giant creatures were hunted to near extinction by European settlers. Now those same tribes are leading the effort to bring the buffalo back. Buffalo are an elusive breed here on the eastern border of Glacier National Park.
They're taking off. They're taking off.
Yeah, they won't wait for us, these ones.
But Irvin Carlson and the Blackfeet Nation are changing that, increasing their numbers, where only 2 herds of a few hundred remain.
But the buffalo that we're talking about, you can link to your people.
The good part about it is that they originated from here, specifically right in this area, and were a part of us, and we were a part of them.
Partnering with the Wildlife Conservation Society and several tribes, they returned 90 buffalo to Blackfeet territory, reinforcing a kinship passed through the ages.
They were our food, our clothing, our lodging, our tools. They were our whole economy. That's what we existed on them.
When the European settlers arrived in the 1800s, the delicate balance started to shift.
To get rid of the buffalo was to actually get rid of the Indians too. That was our existence. So that was the real kind of the downward trend.
In the 19th century, there were millions of buffalo that roamed this region until they were hunted to near extinction. They may have died out, if not for a novel idea in 1907 to preserve the remaining few.
The Blackfeet captured those calves and they took them across the mountains and they sold them to the Canadian government, and that's how they got into Canada. And they eventually ended up at the Elk Island National Park.
Those descendants survived there for more than 100 years. Then in 2016, Parks Canada gave the Buffalo Initiative permission to return 100 buffalo to the Blackfeet Reservation.
When we got back, waiting for us and all in celebration of these buffalo coming home.
Blessing ceremonies were held along the 400-mile route. 1 day later, the buffalo were released on the Montana plains.
That was a real great day for us.
They've been living here peacefully ever since. But 13 of them made a detour, continuing on to California's Oakland Zoo.
We were able to secure some of these to bring them here to Oakland for an incredible, not only exhibit, but really the educational purpose of why they're here.
Zoo CEO Nick DeHasia plans to return the 10 babies born and bred here to the Montana plains.
There is the red dog that was just born 24 hours ago. Watching this young one yesterday, literally within hours of birth, just trying to stand up and walk. And you can see that right now, getting her footing.
The goal is to increase this herd's size and even its territory. They'll begin by opening the boundary between Glacier National Park and the reservation, so they'll have free rein to roam the mountain range.
This is going to take a long time, but that's what we fight for every day.
A homecoming for 100 descendants of the original Plains buffalo is just a fraction of the millions that once lived there. But for the Blackfeet, it's a bold and bodacious start to restore the true American West.
What does an animal roaming in the 21st century have to do with how you live today?
To me, it keeps our history and our culture alive. This is home to them, where they originated from, and we're traveled a big full circle to across the mountains to Canada to back here to home. So
it only took 100-something years.
Only took 100 and some years.
But it happened, and it's symbolic, but it means something to these people.
We love buffalo. I love buffalo. I love buffalo and buffalo.
Just for the record, they are bison here in America. They're known as buffalo in Africa, but for some reason we love that term, so I just...
Because buffalo. By the way, no matter what you call them, they are so majestic.
They just
beautiful.
are.